moments ago, the national anthem and the mental preparation for the game ahead. We're going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And one of the players will be watching this one closely, Andrew Bogut.
Yeah, he always gives the fans a temporary souvenir, it seems like, blocking 2 or 3 shots into the 10th row. Of course, you got to give the ball back, so very temporary souvenir.
We're going to have to change that because in baseball, when they knock those foul balls, they don't go checking.
You can keep them, that's right.
Yeah, same with the NFL. If the ball happens to get by the net, you can keep the ball.
That, right. Well, we need to change that in basketball.
I agree.
And also with him, don't think you can collapse the defense on him when he gets the ball in the low post because he is a superb passer. He'll find whoever's been left open.
The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road. Facing off here against a very talented ball club, guys. This is a tremendous chance for Irving. Drives in. A 3-ball. And there's Shumpert. That's good on the assist by Irving. Shumpert's got himself going there. His first points of the so far. Here's LeBron. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. LeBron's got his second bucket of the game to go. And for Kyrie, he can play all 82, Steve, and put this all to rest. But when he goes to the IR as much as he has, it's a fair question to pose.
Well, that's what he's got to do, Kevin. He's got to put together a season or two where he plays, 75, 80, 82 games. Nothing else will put that label to rest, and it's just a matter of being able to do it. Some of it is luck, and some of it is maybe developing a more sound routine to help his body get through the year.
Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the night here. Kevin Love, an incredible.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, it looked like a mismatch to me.
And he gets it to go.
And you talk about that in
Doris.
Guys, I was able to talk with David Blatt for a minute. He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's LeBron. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Talk about him solidifying his place as the elite point guard in the league, and the turnover numbers.
Irving passes to Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got
advantage of the opening that was there.
And another 3 for Cleveland.
Third three.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And that's what's built them this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on him, Steve, and soon.
Now here's Iguodala. And he also played a big role in their last game with Indiana. And that one is hammered home.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking. Shumpert. Love dishes to LeBron. Irving for 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And it's
a combination of ball handling and shooting, and you've got the shiftiness and quickness of Curry. Now you've got a player who's very difficult to stop.
And you know what, Steve? You rarely see him take a bad shot. But
and we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. You look at now Cleveland moving it up, and he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Smith in the post. He's guarded by Williams. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
The Cavaliers Cavaliers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Well, impressive free throw shooting as a team this season, right around that 78% mark.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. 26 seconds left.
Points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact and drawing fouls.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Cavaliers ahead, up 19. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And Steve and Clark, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
Warriors trailed by 19. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade. All Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch them, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris. And it's Marion. That time on the assist by Jones. Marion's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jones drives in. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the...
But they get it back. Here's Curry with the 3, and that one's good. Curry's got 10.
That is not earlier in his career, but as his command on the low block has improved, he's got more comfortable with it. And I think now...
Norris Burke.
Gentlemen, Steph Curry's such an incredible outside shooter. He makes impossible shots look easy. Draymond Green said he expects those shots to go in. He said, I'm, quote, amazed when he doesn't make it. Nonetheless, it's still amazing. I guess that's a contradiction. I'm used to seeing it, but it never gets old. Kevin, I bet we can agree with that.
No doubt, boys. One of the best shows in basketball. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 15 points for LeBron.
Just seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
Thompson for the triple. There's the bucket through. He's got 9.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of... Wow, what a throwdown. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a puncture. Irving against Curry. Outside Irving. Lets it go from deep. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye 3 as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cleveland ahead, running away with it. Back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or inside, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with it.
So on the floor for Cleveland, the 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the 5. Thompson passes to Green. Back to Thompson. Now the dish to Iguodala. Out to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Mozgov with the block. And it's Love penetrating. That is good.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play. Well, we can talk all we want about LeBron's incredible skill level, and that would be a day-long conversation. But he quite simply could be the most incredible physical athlete that I've ever seen, certainly playing basketball. And you get it! Watch out now!
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench last season, he showed a lot of patience in letting more lucrative offers lapse as he held out for the slim chance that the Warriors could clear the space to sign him.
It doesn't matter who you're rooting for.
The feet to Love. Kicks it to LeBron. Irving. There's the three. And it's LeBron James with the three. LeBron's got 27 points. And Iguodala playing 2 seasons ago in Denver. By Barnes. Thompson with the bucket. The Warriors have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Irving against Curry. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Henderson kicks to Beasley. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Williams has got 12.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there. Get open looks from the three-point line.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Haywood's checked in, and that one's good.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent...
Recently that the Cavs fans were worried that they'd lose Kyrie Irving in free agency, much like they'd lost LeBron. Now, not only has LeBron returned, but the Cavs have...
Smith for 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers ahead, just dominating this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Golden State's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Williams for 3. That's good. Williams has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Warriors.
Well, I never got to compete in a dunk contest, but I've seen more than a few at All-Star Weekend. It's just amazing what players today can do in the air. And still, I think my favorite dunker of all time was Julius Erving. Watching him in transition was just a thing of beauty.
Clark dunks are becoming increasingly more complex, whether they're in game or during events.
Well, the athleticism of the players is just off the charts over the last 2+ decades.
I got the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into that lead. I mean, good blocking call that trip.
The Warriors making a switch here. Thornton's checked in. Irving kicks to LeBron. This one for 3. Shot's good.
3 points.
LeBron's got 12 points in just the second half. And Williams with the layup. Williams has got 16 points here in the second half.
Beautiful reverse. He got his glide on and left the D in the rearview mirror.
The Warriors have to improve their approach against Thompson.
He's got 8 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And it was a good one, too. Really one of the highlights, I thought, of the game defensively.
You know, sports medicine, really a key part to keeping NBA players on the court. It's getting so advanced, as are most things when it comes to performance and performance enhancement. But I read recently that they've discovered a new knee ligament. I think they'd have it all mapped out. The overreaching arch of analytics.
Shot clock at 5. Henderson kicks to Beasley. Buries it from three-point range. The Cavaliers leading by 22. Inside to Perkins. Out to Miller. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. From outside the arc. The rebound by Ezeli. Golden State's gone a disappointing.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
Floats one, and it's good on the way in.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Now they're hanging on to this lead, but they won't be for long if they continue to turn the ball over.
That's exactly right, guys. I mean, they've already given away 4 points because of bad decisions, and that number will grow if they don't sharpen things up out there.
And Green gets it to go.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean,
this is the second season since the league returned to a 2-2, 1-1-1 finals format. It was a unanimous decision at the time, and I haven't sensed any regrets. The feeling was, and continues to be, that the top seed deserves to have Game 5 at home.
The Cavaliers shooting well, 50% from the floor. LeBron outside. Back to Shumpert. Love outside. Kicks to LeBron. Irving. There's the pass to Love. Back to LeBron. It's hauled in by Bogut.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Curry can't get it to go. Cavaliers shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Thompson against Irving. Here's Shumpert. Offline. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.